Bonimu akotini bini.
Ena joint transition team womo ehyiemu a womo aka wonti apa hohwe kwan ombefa so a yebedane tumi mu ede ama aban fofra eba no. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ede ato NPP amayuko no mpanyimfo ne agitafo nyina nim se onyankopon na kwan eya achewacho na kwan enye nipa kwan etinia babia womo emfa aseda emma otwede ampon.
You don't question it. His ways are not our ways. Baby,
Sam George ya oye ningo pram na shebedwani ya to aba eyi ne foforo nso ede asobo kese pa abo NPP amayoko no se aka NDC amayoko no womo enefo a edi kan wo ha ene aduo no won behwe se eto bia ya NPP womo dodo egitu mu no won beyi ni nyina afiri ho.
We're not going to be a client majority like the NPP has been. That has been there to just rubber stamp and approve loans for Kenoforiata.
NPP di ogina premra shebedwa akonwa wa adwa sechedwuma se e de adesede to post sign ne IGP enim se enipa bi a womayi wom ho se NDC achitafo a womo ebowura afiafie mu ene officer hodo wa adwira ewia niema ese niema twajato adan ne ademu no wo hwese obechi wo mu nyina ede wo mabegina emra enim. President ya oneda ensentwefo nyina enkabomuko anno ono so abo bambofo modembo no mahokeka ewo abato no emu. Emfiempim yeno ene aduonu nan abato yi aho ena peace kasebo yebo anan ebisa sane abato ni sikofa ye no bia bibi ena omanfo gina so wo mode eto aba ne no ena eba amanyosem abakosem emu a opanyi bako ene atwe nkomo no di to dwachem se Ghana fo wo mo hwe wo masetinam ena wo mode to aba no. Sanso enanana ohininto ya oka empanyifo edom movement for change ekohu no ede ato aban fofra ye no anayato aba eyi wonu anim se womo enhwese womo de hyehyeye ebegu akwamu na okon ya aban ya yefra konwa so ehwa ye ewo ketahyepo kankan ne dwirim ena afi galamse so no womo enso enye bi enka ho. We ne nsanka ya hodo ena wie ya bobo ni nyina no asinkonwa ede besomo
ya de aseda ma MTN ya wode 4G plus aba ekuta fastest connectivity sa wo highest internet speed nti chisu MTN tebunete Suzy aba center ede CB men capsules aba obeton so kama bema CB women capsules esiese wo ba ma ne dimu yo besima ene ye wo CB soap akradekefo onsa wono na ho nyina ba ye kama sa dwumakoya da woromane se amansan tia me kwabena maafo ena
Mame biama kwafo yesin konwa donhwere ba kontam yede esom wafe ensam no nkyeremu eni UN resident coordinator Yura Charles Abane eto anamon akọ mampanyi ayato aba eyi no fofre Yura John Dramani Mahama enchen akọ ne tirinkwa sonko Yura Abane editu dwachemu se de entia woto anamon aba ene se woba na wabema ne tirinkwa ne di kan fa sankonim die sonko a nensa etimi aka na afenso no odi aseda sonko amano se odi ni party anim emennei aba yeto ye no etimi akoso asomdwe mu akoso yiye mu na afenso kura no etimi aboa ama amansam wona na omagine womani ehwe o my Ghana ahwe ne yebesie no wo mu nyina hunu se yes o my Ghana ye kaka bemem ka bia memu a yete ase pa eye Yura Charles Abane esande tudwa ekiremu ese ebra mampanyi yato aba eyi no ebetena omeyi abenwa so no wo san so ede oba wodi kan ya wo no ena ebebodi chidom vice president wo de no eba we Ghana bakosemu ebi ensida enti obona basopa na wowie no wa ma no anso honomo a ena Yura John Dramani Mahama so edina no etu mu ena wodeto Yura Charles Abane enim ese afei ena mpanyimfo ya hoboa na yede akofna ahye ne nsem amana ba beswai ede akire o my Ghana nyina na saa swai yenu mu ene anamuntu a wo betu ede akodjubili abankese mu no ohia se amansa kubata no so ebebo ni chidom pa esanse nea ewo Ghana enim no edo so pi ena ono anka so hwepetata kramu din ya sade ahokere adokoroye no otumu se wo haw e wo hopa ya wo ba aba behwe se obetimi aso ha na no ede amagana etu ohia emoa ene achi bosonko ede free amansan kubatan no enchen wa mananso wo no mo wo san de tudwache mu se bra ogu aproboso eye campaign ade no o hyebo ahodo pi na ogidie mapase echibo ya amansan kubatan no wo mo ebetai na chie abonichi dom no ebeboa no ama saa bosha wo hye nyina no watimi ediso na wahwese o my Ghana obia eho ebedwo no ensemi nyina yensentwreni Salamat Kuku Apento eneboa no ebae
na empenimfo mienu His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omu nyina jenko benkromu se ye dane aban ede ama aban fofora ye frɛ bibi transition team obia fa ne nkofo mra na omu de aba aban kura side the same podi head of presidential staff attorney general minister presidential affairs finance interior defense foreign affairs local government national security obia de ne de aba kama eno kura sei omu ntina Ghana ya mamu nchise so ye frɛ bibi transition act 2012 de no act 845 so en wojina ya wode sanchise aye adwuma na enne en wo mu ye se wo mu nyina bedi asia na wo mu atoto niama kama se de be ya wo bedane aban ade ama foforo no a wo ba no ye nua na abna entry owo Jubilee House ho na otimenka rade asomje nka
on council Kabana media correction is way ni ekosi ya say Ghana mampani ena so na interfere mampani a ye uniform John Dramani Mahama eba Jubilee House ase e wo so muhia ansa na transition team ye no e de ahia awie the transition team na nye no le behia e nemo mpanifo emienu ene mpanifo mapoafo e ka omo ho e na ahia e no omo bienu ni hia e no omo bienu di kan call them e go di nkomo omo wie ye no e no omo ni central for e wo mampani atena ye no so kasa ye Ghana mampani le di kan kasa omo ye tia say the yi o mampani fufra transition act na e kire say e was within 24 hours no omo establish a year transition team no nti ade a omo bienu no edi hu dwuma se ne be ya ena wie omo be die for transition team ni nyina Ghana mampani say omo enchia omo hia ye no obo yera John Dramani Mahama abaso e wo nkunimdi a wadi esambo na be de kire so abaso e bi say we ni de di kan ya oba e ba be jirem say Ghana mampani a be de kire e wo Ghana ha nti ode support so ama wo mati ase say the support nyina o de say o mochi transition team yi any transition ni nyina twem na so bet na akunya so e ye na djuma e no so wo support o say o mampani Dramani e hia say Jubilee House aka de nko na be call rounds e say e ade a onim ho no mo dada ntutu na wo say o mbi elu de hia Ghana mampani say oda mampani John Dramani Mahama say nra e bro na ne kasa ya na sakasaka e koso no e ade o friend na tita fo no ne o mo kasa ya sabre wuhwem a akoma ba fo man nkofo e jai sakasaka na o mo yenu sabre o ma jai sa ne ma nyina nti babna ye tie Ghana mampani Nana Danko Akufo-Addo e bro na de system e tuja ne wi a yakora mampani John Dramani Mahama so de no so
Presidential Transition Act requires that within 24 hours, a joint transition team should be established to begin the process of a smooth and seamless transfer of authority. And it's on that basis that I invited His Excellency to come here for us to meet and kickstart the whole process. We shall be having a meeting this afternoon where the transition team, the joint transition team, will be formally inaugurated. But it was important that I have this meeting with him and members of his delegation for two things. First of all, obviously, to congratulate him on his remarkable victory, to wish him and his administration the very best of luck. We have, for the first time in our life, a female vice president of the country, and that is a matter that should be celebrated by all of us. And then secondly, to assure him of my full support and that of my government over the transitional process and afterwards, to make sure that his administration takes off in the best of conditions. It is in the interest of all of us as Ghanaians that should happen. And that is the reason why I brought him here. He's familiar with this place. He was here before I came, and he's back here again. So he knows exactly what this entails. But this is the reason why, and I'm happy that he found it easy within this very charged program that he has to come so readily and quickly to visit with me and members of my team to begin this process.
And John Dramani Mahama so Edna no diseluja. Also see meeting and let obaye no. E idea e ko yema omuye ni nyina no mo ni so age so omuye ni nyina ehia. No no so let my obi ati ase so only Ghana man penny na do kufa do e be bom aye adwuma omu nyina be kita hodie e be koso o mo ntem e se na be ya Ghana betimi afa no papa efra yenti ono so na disem ebra na odi tuja.
As I said when I spoke after the declaration of results, I mentioned that His Excellency the President had given me a call to congratulate me. And so I had the opportunity to thank him this morning for being that gracious to give me that call. We had a very cordial meeting. At the time he called, he suggested 11 a.m. this morning to have the preliminary meeting towards setting up the transitional team. And that meeting has just ended. It was very cordial. I think we were very happy to be together. Mr. President has given me a brief on the security situation, both internal and external, and also a short brief on issues to do with the economy. Of course, the transitional teams will drill down further into these matters. I'm happy at the assurance he's giving us that we're going to work together in the interest of Ghana to ensure a seamless transition. And I believe that even after that transition, it will be necessary for us to continue to keep a channel of communication so that Ghana's democratic credentials are consolidated and we all work together in the national interest. And so I want to thank him for his time and to assure him that on our side we are very happy to work together and we'll look forward to the successful work of the joint transitional team.
Dear Yati ye aye Uranu mienu. His Excellency the President Nana Danko Kufuado, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Onona Wabetna Kunyaso, Yenya na abra intira daurma, Anna Obuabua Science Seminano Edema Yen. Na peace news ya pesa ne governance expert ya wo social watch Africa. Ora kojo esiama ato yene no kasa na yebisa no se sa nkita hodie ede ba pa na ebefiri mu aba ede enso na Ghanafo yenhwe enim kwan yera kojo esiama ato ensaka no opani awrade asomdwe nka wo
kwabna asomdwe zonka wo
edase ai wo makoshia ya de te ya ne se President Mahama ne President Kufuado ehia wo Jubilee House o ya se President kura na to nsafre no ebe dan
kwana midase na inchen koma weche na na menka se sai shemi ejina sapenso Presidential Transition Act 2012 Act 845 it's also 2 weeks ewo obranteni and na bon yeti so no say ko to aba ni yi ni ko fra was say what ki na one more ni akoso wo man ni akoso mfia wotwe na say mfia na ni bi su ni na no eba yem banwo eba yem atem patem amemu eba yem internal affairs and yem international and foreign policies what be mawo ni akoso ni na enti yakosi eneni anope ya no legal binding and the president said oracle enti was so ede meeting would be briefly the incoming administration headed by young Papa Mahama also to the transition team we are saying senior to ebesi aban bakonsem na akokura ban for chrono insem near Kosu menu. Now, what about the case actually? I was saying to you, dear, but now.
A banner say, yeah, a dear fast one, the be free muaba.
Come Near every brilliant or bank among the children in Kabon be or Obesha in Fonino name, near Cosuna, among Penny, the Dow, Nama, and Papa Swado, who has throw a woman table, and what just a auto and in Kabum ewo. Near to being a accountability, and Fasobia the Bedani accountability said, in Kuntabu, then now. Matrimony resources now, then of the share Monsan, Matrimony at Yayan. Near to so a be a son, and so a what did you say? Any Abigua Quenu. And was 7th January 2025. Say a best swear President Mahama in a war Flagstaff Square, Blackstar Square, and will say, let the Yamabi Quenu. Sir, in Shiamu, and not transition. Ede nyama bi gwa pen na wa hyehyɛ anawo plan sɛ ne be ya saa da no transition betumi akɔso bɛ ba na sɛ slowly ne betumi akɔso ne de ho bi mu no so ne kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wo bi akɔn ɛtobo sɛ ne be ya the next speaker of parliament nso no you will be selecting na wa so etimi aso in as a speaker of parliament or no and obetimi abenwam Sadam and the president even they were to me supervisor ama smooth transition. Nature could come and say, KK maintain one say, when now. That transitional team we everything else solve side issues in now. During a phone you say, oh, import some so one thing we want simple ya. On my pay level into the what you say, Nemo Mutimia Emma, what they say, at once I you. Emma said, change the power to me or so in Kakaya into
na I sana monto when I che.
Abna, fitting Act of Parliament in Nona. That is the Presidential Transition Act in Nona. OC 24 hours. Electoral Commission to declare results maybe and I was said. The current administration is going to form a transition team. Now, incoming administration is going to form a transition team. Kwabena Eche, and to be to crown put the Afibako, a sign said, there were transition activities proud to swearing in. I understand ever swear the new president in, and near may be a bit also, and what she just having. Now, I swore president in no about the bedroom on Pehina. People say, open bay, ABA, bay, Nawachi, Bosun, Yachino, Pabna, in committee also. A sign said, say president appointing ministers. Not say a Pabna, only minister of local government, not a work officer. Not a work of every one as a one here. And was said to me the immediate past local government minister. Now, open to imposter will be called and answer to inside their pennies from the office. Send a mechanic. It's the Cobele Afibako. It's a monk say, Wabe appointing ministers, deputy ministers, parliament betting Wabeto to one, parliament better president of parliament, you hear president in the Swiss and ministers and some ministers yet in our coffee, one peculiar what Yamo. It is all ministry did not say, and Yamadi almost open chiri. And now want to be bria. Immediate minister of you based on legendary overloads now or the mount. Which must follow the region. So, after they be at all fishing, maybe many to come with the eye. Midday and Tobacco and soon now in some simple to which we track the track. Say, a bang with you to see and say, what will you tell? And you're fine. That's why you're now the idea. I feel about
where your best about who free break cobreno said your baya nearma yantiasiano when ya botre atretre motor said ya would ya call adusiamufa a transition ya a cosia dasipa. Or your governance expert or you will be a being war a memo to Timupa. Ewo Social Watch Africa Ora Kojo Esiama Ato ene no ekasa.
Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Edeato NPP amayoko no enem se womo enya gidie ne endaso e wurade mo na ne ababia no womo fanto wo machi no mo enhwe se bibia mu no womo ebenya nkabomu na womo de atoaso akọ womo enim Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ede ensemi eto party achitafo ya womo to anamo efri nkramantem hanafa sante mantam emu ye mpesu ahodo klote kole ayawaso isanya so tuom wejagbawe ena afi mpesu ahodo wo asante mantam no mu nyina eba na nchensa hwe ano no kra ni nan ho so ena womo ebaye no womo baye na chese womo ebe manamo ese ogina party no anemu ekonkoden na emum no nkunim ena anye ne dia nanso no achia emui esna bebu nyina ede enti no womo eba abemanamo ewo adwumaso a wono soso aye na numu ena Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ede to party titafo no nyina nim se obia mana koma ento ne yam ezanso nyankopon no nim ne ye eno ye manema ne asibia ye bibia yebesi bible sie mfaseda emanyame etinia babia no womo enka womo anuntum na womo nsom na momu no womo mu nkompo enhwe womo achi ne mabia womo antoto ne yie mfumso bi e ba baabi no womo hwese wombe ka ne masi ani na fe womo di enkabomu sonko etu anamombrane a ede womo ebeko womo enim esanse 2028 abano eno soso eda womo enim ti nya fe eno womo do womo nsa ebete ne obemten anase odefo esosa somasi anase obenten na ayama party no akọ opposition wose osremo omuada womo enyan kabomu eni biakoye isanse no ene beboa party no dachi.
I've seen many people in pain. Maybe I have an abiding belief in God. Enti minim say nyame nhihye, you don't question it. His ways are not our ways. Enti ohihye baby na onti ase, but ade hihye no ebia ene na eye papa ma odi onni. Ways are not his ways. Enti o pain no, don't start blaming people. Blame game no ebe destroy. Let's come together because yenim say if yen aye ho ene ye de power no ma. Enti just say hwe the ebenya yebeye so that by 28 no we are united. Once we are united no with a goal, you are going to win in 2028. Unity no here. Stop the blame games. Let's look at the future. Nyame nhihye de yemma nyame nye nejuma. But let's come together. If we come together, the party will win. At this stage, we're looking to build the party again. It's not about individual ambition, but let's build the party. Once the party is ready, we'll go for the main event.
Enia oti ye His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Vice President ya oda my Ghana ano ensemi nyina Pius B Dubanson enebo ano ebae
na emra sebetani a wogina ma de se woni ngo pram Honorable Samuel Nate George na wo MPP aban so bo se aka tum na bro no wo mafira aban mu no na wo mo peso wo mo yusu wo mo dom dodo na ewo mra sebejefie majority no ompeso wo mo yusu na onyonyamfo kan wo foriata ya kane no wo yesika sam so afo no ne pesa menkum nyane na dofu de peno ana oye no omude stamp etim so na Sam George trese ononyamfo kan wo foriata yi sampene ka se koda mo abu afu a oje amade na ye ware e batabata huntra bosia bo bebreba na ye no de ya adetin bia mrase bejefi okwaje bosia no aye ni data bank no na omudi enim kwaje bosia na bosia bia e bekọ akwaje bia no omunya 10%, sika bia beti bia no omote 10% efre bosia no so enti 10% ya woti enti na bosia bone ye ne de oburu ne bebre an wo mo peso wo mo de stamp tim so se enka ho na no na Sam George kire se enka mra se beje fie wo enkonteni obi ya wo ho nipa ba akofo ne pesa menkum nyane na dofu de penti o man no emoka etise de o mo mpene so afi wo sa kire se enemre ya Ghana sitine mu aya denden ne ya nipecha ne ho ayo ntei omo nwene ho se bia ombe ma sitine mu ahare wo manfo omo sa de bi aba be peso na wo kire se bese enna baako ahead you know 120 days ya eti NDC amanyoku aban no anim no etuo bi wo hono a ombeyi ne nyina afiri wo ebi te se e-levy obeto atene betting tax obeto atene COVID-19 ya ebetemu a wo mukura kofa wo ma de bae ya anye to so no eno nso obeyi ato atene ya se ya ka ya de nam abonten wusie firi to ba enti ya frɛ no emission tax enam se enwusie firi ka to benti yetua tax wo so eno nso obeyi ato atene baabi na eniema ebemu wo manfo ho ato mu no no wode beba.
Our supermajority is going to be used to ensure that government puts only to good use the monies that the Ghanaian people need. We're not going to be a pliant majority like the NPP has been, that has been there to just rubber stamp and approve loans for Ken Ofori-Atta so that he could get 10% in his data bank. No, the NDC doesn't have a majority in parliament. We have a supermajority in parliament. And what I can assure you that we will do with our supermajority is that within the first 120 days of the next parliament, the 9th Parliament of Ghana, and mark my word, we will scrap the e-levy, we will scrap the betting tax, we will scrap the COVID levy, we will scrap the emission tax, and we will make sure that the people of Ghana have a good use of their taxes.
Na enwati na wotre se NDC abaya wo ba no nipa yedie enti no baaye se omanfo asetene mu behare won ta ho ebetumi eta kama afi eba ne sikasam ntoto ya aben ne sikasam ntoto ya na nyanyanyanye wototo niam abasabasabasa nti wo mu di discipline ebebem afi sika wo mu tinu nyafunyafu se ya spend kwa a big do home nothing best spend ya unwa de cropote ya wo mu di sika na ye we de ade no na si ho no wo behu say yes sika no we ene ye de ye.
This supermajority is going to walk back all the ills and wrongs of the 8 years of Akufo-Addo's misgovernance and mismanagement of our economy. The supermajority of the NDC is going to look at what parts of the constitution we can amend to the betterment of the Ghanaian people. The supermajority of the NDC in parliament is going to work in the interest of the Ghanaian people, not in the interest of a political party. We represent the people. We will make sure that government uses the people's money for what it ought to be, the betterment of the people. Good healthcare like Mahama Cares, making sure that tertiary education is free and paid for, and that monies are approved in the budget that will be presented by the next finance minister of John Mahama.
Dear Yati say or Kase Yamrasebe Genia with Rama this year winning go pram. Honorable Samuanate George, Sam George near Tade Freno. Enya George Osei.
Na yenko yenua kwabenanto enchen ewo enkwanta south na todwa ese emebunu bi akwoche roman asofo bi miensa ya womde soboabo om se drip machines ya aban yi edekọ yesa assemblies ahodro no womfa enyi wom akwan no wom susu se asofo yi ekwa akowia emu owirem kakra eti yenua kwabenanto abahoma so a de ekọ support yan kasa no de nchiremu no amaye kwabena mahai
mejo so ba me bia makwafo
yo yeni nkomo ede na ekọ so ankasa
yo prepare de ekọ so ewo eye enkwanta mentina nyina ene se womreko aba sisan aba chese NDC ehejo akatamanso amayeku eye omo presidential candidate His Excellency the President elect John Dramani Mahama woto aba eyi na pe na ekopiem se miamia bebre eye NDC ejafo no bi ekwaji kantam so any machines bebre omo ye someone be ofreku ai we susu die ebi eye si ewo eye enkwanta krodiuma ni nyina ene sei eye drip machines aba begu ha chese eye adwuma no na akwakopiem se eye Catholic mission ai wo fata otimantem na empanyimfo mo edawona no a omo ye Reverend Father Henry, Reverend Father Robinson, Reverend Father Martin, omo nyina Catholic asofo a chese omo eye missionaries omo ehwe eye enyeme bebre na when no chemu a last week tom na omo edikoto assembly nanim say omo anya asasnyantem bi ewo eye chair so omo nya eye this machine bi no mo de akwako dwiri so de be ya missionary work na project omo ye nyina omo bi akwako frasiem na nam so amachese nipa kuo bi omo ekohia mo assembly ho Omo edge a year 9,700 if Roman chain. Almost a certain common budget 10,300 Ghana. And to Omo Kayana about 9,700 Omutia. TK Ediama engineer out the engineer Mensa on the assembly or engineer and the bio a year drip coordinator Edma and Quantasata a year over for and open nasa our says came na Ediama wall. And see a year and next year in the Aquaco PM say almost a really bulldozer on Aquaco free a year region. Say Emra Mayor Juma and Quantasata. Na omo aye segment every na ni omo a contract a year contractor no a year operator they say onko ye ta missionary ti adwuma e wo test so amount enti a year budo da no esi a year low bed no so at so omo de airco low bed the number JN 1133-21 JN 11-33-21 omo airco Obian Kadian Shem, the copy man say, Omo Quaco Philip Puala, a war, a dear who a yeta, a budo day. Omo pet nanny and Nepno art at home to say, Omo ending to poor, Omo dishi, boto she, equa cross to Omo, Omo equated, Omo Pisa, Omo Asha. Adentina, a yeta, budo than a free bed, it's a great budo than a free bed, here. Omo de omo ni ache enkran kwaso necessary kwabin so omo so say omo area na omo hu say e Catholic fathers na omo aba behind say omo de kwakoye adwuma ene e bodie mame omo bro Catholic fathers yi apa power no ma tete manugu so ameka dey omo akwakopie o say Joseph Catholic hospital
na kwabna aha hu meso kakra na Catholic bishops no ena anasa asofo no priest no ena no womu edi ade na chi anasa sign menti ade na see
Catholic bishops no na say I said there sa heavy machines yi enam kwan so a omo wo pickups a edi anim I say eduwa baba say so hazard light ebe obi ehun de ade ebe eson aha nti omo na edi anim enti omo hu omo da do omo fi say assembly no anase mpanyimfo na eja bibia mu dia masa Indian Catholic priest no wo community so me Catholic priest te so mo so ka bu echi no GB 308-20 GB 308-20
aha kwabne mate wase na esa pick up no edi Roman so for no na net pick up no mu di kan
Roma so for the pick up edi kan edi eye
na assembly for no na assembly panyin bi anka wo mo ho
assembly penya waka ngokro di moto eye engineer no municipal engineer Mr. Mensa ono so di moto na edi ekire enti ekoba asa ne de asofo no omo agibia so mo ama
na meba kwabna wonsa Roma asofo no womo enante se bia ordinary people normally ya omo tai she omo kasok no ni we na bibia san she omo no omo dress ente say enti ngofo ehunu so omo Roma asofo
videos no ama eye ni sai Peter Square and tie bia busuafo ni eye tie ko mu tie the mother of all station peace big to me ehunu ye eko omo share eye casual atade anya omo asori atade bibia omo share casual atade a che say omo de eko land no so na sa aturenche me aba beto me tie tema no guso ameka deje a police for eye ASC lorries road menya for ASC lorries ya fe oni commander nankasa eye chief superintendent Michael Kwabena Esiedu omo achi eye kai akọ police station ama empo eye operators no ba ko wo chi eye operator no ani di ede yaya sule omo atina manugu so ameka to wa police bo ensem a oyi ensem anu ntika no eni bulldozer di nyina ewo eye police for akatia ASP lorries ya fi eni ne pen for omo eye asemu ehwehwemu enti ese di asofo nso so omo akire mu a ese mpenfo ne nkofo ne mebu no obo omo no omo apa omo chomo nenso omo tika ne die aka assembly omo abom official receipt nete nkofo bi na nkede ka na machine kwa kucha shabo a se hu akwa ba se nkomo ba bewia ya ya stroni hu nkomba enti se omo so ewa ya sabi omo show nenso omo kwa peace dijon any hello se twini NTOW asese me na arel ni di a chie nkwa de hu sunsunso nyina me de beba adwumre kasebo dozia emu
Yada se yenua kwabranto ena wote na mane bono na eba amanyosemu padie hunu ni efa tete anase abakosem ewo amanyo emu a yo panyi ba ko hase ya wo kyerade ewo Kwame Nkrumah suapon emu Professor Edu Jemfi Sapon ena ode atudwachem se afi aba Ghana for eto ye no ade ba ko a epia wo mo pa sade yensi kasem ene adwade ehontoto ye etie ode tudwachem se Ghana for eko to waba ekire se womo ewotumi ni nyina fa sane womo asetena mu eye womo ewo mu sikasem mu sane womo kotokuo mu etie womo anyina se bia obi ehyebo ena bohye no wani so na bohye titru a womo entimi ani so a efo yesikasem ne adwade hu no eno ene ko Ghana fo ani pa ye no tinu mu gina so ena womo eto wabai Professor Sapon eni piskase ebo ehwenkomo ena o chichimu ese sei se kwan ye fa so eto aba no kan tete fi 1992 eba no eniema bebre asesa se onipa no a woto aba no wo yo obi a sebe na dwene mu edo wo yo obi a wokenkan wo yo obi a wakosuku enti no de ekobia no untimi emfa bibia medada na dwene se bia se ne ohunu niema ne yesa na tie na emum sei enetie wono ankasa nimesa se wokenkan eno hunu ne ekoso ena sese so nipa ni bie ena nipa dwene mu so ebie enti kane no a na nka abehwe mifiri ha anase nipa no woso wa bai tre ne ho ofe bemma mu a wogira ne nan so ye beto ama no anase wo wosom we mu enti ye to ama no saa de ni nyina ye niema bi a etwem enei nipa ehwe na setene mu ehwe nea eko ewo na setene mu ene wagina so ato aba ne senti ene nipa bebere etesa agi bum eto aba no senia ye hunu susu aso no
we green ya eti ehim wo soro wo sisi ya ne ade a no so nyina yesirim for me cha de nti de ko ba sa let us say bribin sisa wo wiem omanfo enya free education akọ school wo mo hu akenkan wo mo apo JSS akenkan kwa na wo for my SS na akenkan kwa nanim kakra ye de nkofo ankofo ko school se bi o mu nsu nyansa nsu school nyansa nti kwa bi aso no wo be hu de ye ne de yenye wo menya nimdie eni su hu after secondary school we refer basic science water must be colorless odorless tasteless secondary school there ube uni say it's the acosono. There's a scientific basis. The scientific basis of it say even though religious sentiments, ethnic sentiments near the are subtle generally, no. Or man for evil two based on the economy. Or man for evil two based on failed promises.
Ewusiafoni a woti ye political historian na wo Kwame Nkrumah suapon emu Professor Edu Jemfi Sapon. We yachi ena piskasebo ye ne Ghana fo binu so di nkomo bisa wo de poti ni pia won ma wo mo eto aba.
Me gidi say this year voting ni de nipa bebre vote ye based on economic hardship because yeah bre vote na mko vote ye ne de e wo man ni mo aye dinti na mko vote nti mko vote ma de o ka se oba obema ahoto aba o man ni mu
afia bato no nipa bebre to aba no if say o mo hwe o masetena mu se ne mo aye den me say me to aba if say na manage NDC policies na o mo de ba no ti asetena mu abato no ye to ye.
Last 4 years, me in particular, I voted based on religion because Nanado was a Christian.
They look at where you are from before they vote for you. For example, Nanado like this, even though he has not been the perfect leader for us, but he gets more votes at the Ashanti region.
Menina so am to aba. The way economy ne akoye sisia. Enye ebusi obi frimu anase asori obi ko. Ade bi mmehwe masetene mu na mede to aba.
We Ghana fo binom so kwan ya omo fa na se niema epia womo ede eto aba. Elizabeth Ejin ne bo ansemi ano ebae
na New Patriotic Party MPP Amanyoko Parliamentary candidate ya na ojinama ejira sechiredumase constituency eno woka sei na ye kokoma hene ahemfie ewa ejira eno wo munyina akosia ho na won woka kire nanane ne mpanimfo se omune NDC Amanyoko achitaafo no enkasa na subanya woda no die wo mpotemu wo no enya kura na wo kai na nanom kakrempa 2 days ago wose owofia wo toto no ho a wo nkwote a yese nkofo bi abanefie wo ene wo mo pai na abo tutu abo se ya na ka ba akokora de omo tutu abo bo mu ma eseye afi ne be boss wa esisi kwa ho wo mu atete ni nyina to agu bebi aseso mbubu omo bubu no onye wo bia hye nsuo se bia waye obi bibi da bi onye wo bia hye ene wo mode ne fa saa ya de yi so na Miss Gifty ndoma ene wo kire se omu betumi e defend omu ho pa but omu ntumi mfa mra ense wonsem to was Ghana Police Service was nananum info was NDC amanyo company info e won potem won nyina se aya kansie no mu koye ene wolusuo but entokwane mentime ho ase yenkose nneoma de enya ade a nenije ho
enunti ye ka kire ye ofalaji bawa brama so ne tita afọ nkasa democracy was sua bi aka ho a emu experience ya nkasa mre nka oba out kura be ka kire na tita afọ se de e no entwaye na mfa enka bom emfa unity emma sebe address chedumase and Ghana at who and then you me wo say nua no mandisi fo bi ba be ye enema ntwaye na so like police for ha omo etimi kamo situations down enwumre ya nua no mandisi fo asaba totobo ba me fie ha ne ade ye ka taillight ba ko mo de ebu abom apai na de pese ye ka ne se me de mani machita afo akasa so munya botre na menyi ni se eye Alaji bawa Brahma na asmo muso omunya de omoye no binni nti ono omo nkasa
dia ya te se okase ye Miss Gifty ndoma oye new patriotic party MPP amanyoko parliamentary candidate ya owo ejira setredumase abato mpesu aso na ne dia ti na mrase bedwini ya omu ayi no onabo Muhammad Bawa Brahma katre supporters ni nyina se atubre obia mana kuma mrafom nanso empani se ukwato se enipa mienu kontokwa bisase na ano asembe ni siye 2016 ebra NDC amanyoko fira kunyaso na nipa mobose adia MPP amanyoko supporters ediye NDC fo wa dwira sekire dumase no na nyasem ketua omuma omani ye wonum ya but okyerese ejasi wi ayense ni jabio efieti ni abofono wo besre supporters ni nyina se o ka se wu di krama boni ati a obekwa akotuku sifura hunti wonse na asom jemra.
In the first place, me kwada no my deep after my school, and this was the first time I buy as me in 2016 time the two about I'm very near MP election. Let me municipal chief executive. So if you are buying issue more, anka I buy Sakura and I say you will go who crisis come what kind of fee for 3 months, issue car for 3 months. As can you believe said, nah, me fee a dressy. A car by we do MP for boys to share me again official car and a packet. As municipal chief executive. That's why I can't really because I buy no headache, I buy co-opposition. And I'm say MP elect. I buy fee amity. The system banty when need to scroll cry in them to better fee. It's time no we is see that year 2016 is probably NDC billboard bakukra anka extra bakukra si anka men beka we men kase sabi that is na echo was say and then so my yes
dear yate se okase yamrase bedwani a wogina ma de se wa gira setredumase onabo Muhammad Bawa Brahma nana fori na JFM adaruma and yetiefo TV.
Security analyst Osan Echrade Kofiana International Peacekeeping Training Center Dr. Victor Doke ede ato bambo nyumeku ahodo a ewo maimu enim se omomode anhwese emra ya ede bo maihu bra no wo mbayiri mu emiemu se de be ya wo mo a ene na banchire a abato anase tumi asesenti no wo mo be fa ho na nipa bonefo do wo ho ahyem akototo ahye aban enyumeku so akoye basabasane ehon kro ne ba ne betimi achi wo mu nyina na wɔkyerɛ sɛ saa adeɛ wei ebisi mfiempi mienu ne dunsia bato akyi saa bepepe ene kɔɔso wɔhwɛ ana akorɔmfo kan no wɔn de wɔn ho agyim na wɔn wia nneɛma ne ho nkorɔ ne babra ne peace kasebɔ atwe nkɔm na ɔde tu dwakyerɛ mu ɛsɛ sɛ deɛ huroyɛ no asɔre no ɛyadeɛ bi ha adwene yie paa na ɛyɛ atotɔ yɛ bambɔ ɛho nsɛm aseɛ ɛna afei nso kora no aban nnwumaku ahodoɔ a wɔn ɛto hyɛ so kɔ wia hɔ nneɛma ɛkɔ sɛ hɔ nneɛma no aban koro yɛ na bɛsan abɔka na wasiesie saa nneɛma no enti ɛmfa ho ne party atade ɛhye obi wɔn hwɛ sɛ obi biara bɛfa mmara hyɛ nsɛm akɔyɛ basabasa akɔ sɛsɛ nneɛma akɔ wia nneɛma no wɔn ɛnkyɛw no ma mmara ɛno ɛni
na enam say 2016 year no yamfa emra na nye dwuma ntina esen CBM no now realistically do which one say omo yes no ebinum ye ya ba bonten ya share videos ne amade ya tete ne say ebinum ye party supporters omo ye ebinum susu akoye abone for body omo afrem the only issue necessary no e go say abamba for fa emra no eye dwuma now ye wo after elections and see another phase very important it's election security task force no e so omo de omo na isi and wo hwe ne ACC so with regards to post results na ACC wo miami no so nkofo ye demonstrations until when you actually say there were challenges for security sector there were challenges for election processes and then we have the majority of the youth unemployed and TCC and the AC actually say we have a very big security threat on our hands.
Na ye Dr. Doke amana so onoma ocheche hia se wose etimi ma emra eye adwuma na ye hwɛ sɛ probidi nsɛmfo na prosifo echi nipa no a amanyofo ema meye ntemgyinafo meka sa asomasi eye me wofa ase no asomasi ye party ba so obenten eye me nana ene fa hekusin sa ade no eno na emmoa ema emra entimi enya adwuma nti wo munyae.
Now, you be to me say, Emrano be Juma has a almost share evidence for Monco court near prosecution. Evidence just say Omoka, no more prosecution. Now, the MSM media also say, yeah, prosecution na yeah, the Moshe say more follow up situation after more by na Abason or more party members. More DHN Mohe say, because normally, the intention is or the perception is say, Ubia by Ambassador, see a teaching Kofona or Mojomo. Timo Mebomoko, say Musumundisa, Kofuya, Yachi, almost say party members na. Omoko against the law. Undiche na mo hwese. Anyi bia no omo party buy no ya ma omo some flexible terms bia mo pia na accident. No na for the civil side so yesu yaso nya kase tia. But for now no omo ya teach omo nia no. Ya fa mra no enye djuma. As simple as that.
Enea OTE security analyst or sanye churchfo ewo Kofiana International Peacekeeping Training Center Dr. Victor Doke Abdullah Dasmani enebu ansemiano ebai.
Na President Ghana Journalists Association ye Ura Albert Kwabena Jonfo ana World National Election Security Task Force wa Inspector General of Police Dr. George Akufu Dampare eti ye nimu no abaso oso ma ya ade pa he abato na ya asumdie sei afa Electoral Commission enso o ya ade ne fa bi wo hye ba bia one nsamkyerɛfoɔ kabo mu etreni nsamkyerɛfoɔ a wo mba report o eba saa akora accreditation yɛse ebi benya bi ebi nya bi employee omuma ebinim kakra na international journalists obi anya ne de asa abɔ nsamkyerɛfoɔ ho ban ya yante nsamkyerɛni ba kompo na taade yɛte na bra one nsamkyerɛfoɔ kasa wɔn kra ha ya wɔbɔ wɔn abaso wiye and was so of us akwanya no so asabo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abaso aya dio and Vice President Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia ono so aya de pa umam ya democracy no ayafe asumje so aba afi de ha gene kakra ya aba to echiri basabasa ya ekoso osere mampeni na nado dankwa kufu ado se ba bia basabasa ya ekoso obi o ma aposifo ni womuni.
Largely, we always call on the police and we always for not attending tampering-led Ghana Police Service and other security agencies for their work. The Media Coalition Ghana congratulates His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President-elect. We also applaud the MPP presidential candidate, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, for demonstrating maturity and statesmanship. The Media Coalition Ghana urges the leaders of the political parties, especially the MPP and NDC, to admonish their supporters to be mature in their conduct during this period. The coalition is worried about the acts of vandalism in some part of the country. We also do same by calling on the president of the land, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to ensure that there is law and order.
Law and order. There is Okase Albert Kwabena for one fans. Nediatina President Magana Independent Broadcasters Association Giba Ura Cecil Thomas Sunkwa Moss Edibika was rempening for say Enyama ehia wo manfo ankasa no ene wo mu nse enyama titiri pe ba no nsem kire dwumaku mu a ye haw dooso enti wo mu nse na wo mu nso anomaye sade be ya ye betumi aye report we beboa ya tena ye na aye krabe hwede ama da chinchirima.
As we look to the future, we must remember that it's not over. For us, it is not finished. We have critical media issues that still remain, including our broadcasting bill, which is still hanging, the digital terrestrial television policy issues with the MOC is still unfinished, content regulation discussion, taxation challenges, especially facing the free-to-air broadcast sector, and more issues. Addressing these issues is essential to fostering a sustainable and free media environment that supports our nation into the future.
Into the future. The say Okase President Awadagiba no Cecil Thomas Sunkwa Moss Yemia George Osei.
I was on 40 Kasebe our piece 104.3 ya dan ye ho agenkrato.
So wakoma ho hyehyew ana ebo periperi de broni kan hardware no a e de na se woye na se woyam so atim so
wo be packing a farmer Martin's liver salt tira kwan entem ahwie nsu agu glass mo ate Martin's liver salt no ba kwa no na wo de agum
wo be hu se ehuru wa glass ni mu na wanom Martin's liver salt ye won orange flavor ana ba ko so ye plain
wonumu a ohu beto nemum edi na anu na ho ntowo a ko hu doctor.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yentwa ensam no eso opanyi ba ko odi akotene yepa ewo movement for change afanfranto amayuko no nana ohininto eno odi adesede eto mampanya yato aba eyi no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nim se enmanimi ya no omomodi anhwese sade Ghana fo dodo no age no atomu no wonhwese Ghana yesika sem ne adwade ato nsuom no obehwe na odi ne emagu akwamu na emuatimi asan apeje bio na afenso no odi hyeye egu akwamu a ebefa so na ketache prekankan ni dwrim ye betimi etu ase krakrakra ne kro no kankan ye beyi afri ye mukura na etimi aboayen na wo chese said Ghana for do no a ejina eto abama nano memenda no ede de pefe so manfo ogidie sonko ewo ne mu enu ntino won hwese said wo magina tumu no obegina so saa no aye adwuma na ankoba se obema Ghana for ensa akwakosi fom ne ya woka nyina ne se kronosem eye corruption no eya de bia eji wo meya basamu papa ofa Ghana nutu ne nata bebia utimu se krono ekoso ohonomo enu ntino wosrese aban ne fa hyehyɛ bi enwa kwan mu a ebeboa amasa ade ne yatimi eyefro yantimi entu ase krampo a ankeso nte emra fom kura na obi akon nompo se ode no be for saa niema no mu wokan wewi anu onwieye osan de galamse ebeto aso no ode afutuo emayera John Dramani Mahama se wonwe so ode hyehyɛ ya emu den ebegu akwamu na yesa galamse no a ese yensase yensuo ene yenkwaye no yentimi entu ase
Ghana for Mausa overwhelming mandate dia and ya Ghana for nyina so mo yandisi for ma yedina antenka se amemo na wo bebu ne dia wo budi ama omamo ni nya Ghana for do no ara dia wira hye no ti sa yire hye mo na yede hye no mo no one more they say one could dig Ghana for hamo one day ni try ye oba ba akoko e and wasaba enti me gidi se ne ma bi e yam fom so a wo ye kane no sabre di one metron se non krakra no de dikai corruption e ya de ha Ghana for pa de to so mienu economy a emu aye din enwuma ego e ha Ghana for pa de to so miensa galamse semo a e say yensa ase And to say mandate to know Ghana for the amount of 56% and over. No, not just almost overwhelmingly. No, Ghana forces have the Bedia kind.
Na waside to the nim say Ghana for anyina bom ato aba de ama no no kire say Ghana for ginidi nti won hwe say na mamuo mu no onya yipemu
na biribi wo ho a esese ye akwan eye ensupa esese ye asetena pa esese ye sikasemu adwadie mu emmoa enko emma ndisi for nko a isan say Ghana for no a yato aba ma Yura John Dramani Mahama no one can say be dance say enye ndisi for nko a and to ya mo ye party members nti migina saase no so sama ne trinkwa sama na baso sre ne se ba bi a Ghana eduru no ihia okandifo a obeka ye nyina abo nti wo meye sa adwuma no emma omanfo nyina enye NDC for nko na party bi nko a
ene a oti yi eyo panyi ba ko di akotene wo movement for change ama yoko na ohininto oni William Gentu enedi sankomo
na majority leader osaya mrasebeteni ma de sewe futu abaya tu osandi nkunim en watasa nkunim de ne trese no constituency for agena tumpa
achieved through hard work, above all prayers. Started this journey 2012. I won with a margin of 2,083. In 2016, the margin increased to 10,000. In 2020, the margin increased to 15,000. And in 2024, the margin has increased to 20,127. Wow. That is the difference between my vote and that of the NDC candidate. It's 20,127. Meaning that our continuous hard work has paid off. The people of Ifutu continuously increase their confidence in my leadership.
Increasing their confidence. Afe wasan stress ya to abana wi nti obi amasum jemra.
Regarding the outcomes of the elections at the various constituencies, I call on Ghanaians to be law-abiding. We don't need to, cause chaos. Let's allow the law to work. Those who have disagreement must resort to the court. And if for some reason you didn't make it, you go back to the drawing board, correct your mistakes, go back to the people, and I'm sure the people will give you an opportunity. For me, I see politics as part of life. If you want to be a leader, you are supposed to stand by the people. You don't wait for last minute. You don't wait for a day, then you create an impression as if you love them. People want you to be very natural and be organic.
And be organic. The artist Okase Union for Alexander Kwamina Fenyomakin. Oyamra Sebe Denima this year were foot to assign a majority leader. Nidi any agent so de Cassia Bonwa baby, ye. A man signed Tiame Kwabinamafo and
Mame Biamakwafo.
MTN kuta 4J plus ya a fast papa. A same kuta highest internet speed ya. Ubia nibinti utusua tisu MTN tebonete. Suzy Haba Center at the CB Men Capsules Baba Johnson Kama. Yes, I was CB Women Capsules. It's yes, you were bar money dimu you were bestima and you were CB soap. Acrylic for Omuaye nails no. Pedicure, manicure. Omo okwa wanu wadbai ya wanahu. And now sound say wado nasi nsuomwa na agono kama owia no wade soap no aya afane afa baby ba kwese omo ya yi ne o tap na ase no o tap na ase a chere na unyina wie no wade nkufa ho a be hu say yes wade sibi soap na ye na ye kama bi say tumeko ya dawuruma ene ye dawu kwada me mind koso wani tefem OKFM nso abekun Agri Santana Isaac Kwame Usu Adio Metaneti Peace FM ha edwumadie nkae nyina to amoso kama Kojo Hansen onna wote akonya mu abusiafo ya damase ama mumonitie.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
If home is where the heart is, then let's go home, shall we? Let's go where the entertainment is, where the passion is, where the laughter is, and sometimes even the tears too.